Is the screen visible to everybody?
Yeah.
All right. So in this house, we have Sun, Venus, and Moon placed in 10th house. And the degrees are Sun at 20 degree, Moon at 12 degree, and Venus at 19 degree. So which planet will have the control of your profession house when we talk about these three planets? And how will it operate? So Tissa, you were missing in the last class. I'm pretty sure you should have seen the recording.
I have. I
So
would go with sun is the highest degree.
okay. So what sort of work this person should do that is connected to his profession?
With the sun. That's kind of Leo-y. Um, that would be, like somebody that's in kind of the forefront, right? Somebody that's out there a little bit more, shining like the sun.
See, I have not yet explained about planet significance. I've only explained about house significance. So,
Uh-huh.
see, from this thing, you should make a note of it whenever you're studying any planet sitting in any house. The first thing you need to do is check degrees in case it's with other planets. And the second thing you need to notice what lordship it has, right? Which
Mhm,
kingdom king it is. I've
mhm,
taught you root and the tree concept, the kingdom and the king, right?
mhm.
So Sun is the king of profession, but which kingdom does he own? It owns third house kingdom. It's lord of third house in this chart.
Right.
So whenever
Okay.
you're doing any analysis, the first thing you need to check is the planet and what lordship it has, right? So what are the significance of the third house?
Willpower, short travels.
Siblings,
Yes. Yes. What
they'll
else?
be out there a little bit though, right? Isn't it
No
kind
problem.
of
I'll just give you a small background of third house. Third house is your communication.
Mm.
Third house is your online activities. Third house is your younger siblings. Third house is your travel, short travels, right? Third house is also your hands, the art that you will do with your hands. Maybe you might become a musician, right? Maybe a piano player, an artist, artistic things that you do with hand. So Sun is carrying these significances of the third house, right?
Mhm.
See, 150% significances are the houses that planet carry, and 50% are their own significances, which we will take up in the next class, right? This class, I'll be telling you the placement of houses, the house, the planet which is sitting in 10th house. How will that impact, right? So,
Mhm.
Sun, it is also house of marketing because it's your hobby, how you present yourself, presentations. So, if Sun is sitting over here, then short travels will be part of his life, right? He might be into marketing. He could be in the field of media communication.
Or like influencer.
Yes, online influence, right? So if we take the second case where moon is 20 degrees, sun is 12 degree and Venus is 22 degree, then which will be the planet which will take over the control? Josh will tell.
Venus.
Venus. It would
Okay.
be
Yes.
Venus.
So how would the Venus, what are the lordships of Venus in this chart?
So I may be wrong. So that's with 12 being there, that's Pisces, which is Jupiter.
No, 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 no.
No? Okay.
See, Venus is lord of which sign?
Taurus?
Yes, Taurus and It has the lordship of Libra also.
Ah, yes. Libra and
The
Taurus.
first class that I taught you, the lordships Venus has is of Libra and Taurus. Libra is the root sign, and this is the another sign which ownership is with Venus, right?
Mhm.
So his profession will be connected with these two houses that will
Mm.
study in the later. I'm just telling you that when you are studying a planet, you should always note down what lordship it has, right? Because it's the beginning of the sessions and these things needs to be noted upfront. Because as we move forward, then more stories will keep building up, and if you're not clear with your basics, then you will have problem understanding further things that will unfold, right? I've not yet touched Rahu Ketu in it. How does Rahu Ketu operate? There will be a separate class on it, right? Then how does malefic planets affect? How does benefic give you benefits? All these things will come up, right? So now let's start with 10th house analysis, right? All right. So first house is you yourself, right? And 10th house is the house of your profession, right? So whichever planet will be sitting in 10th house will be the main planet which will emphasize, which will be part of your profession, right? So you need to keep significances in your mind and then try and study which planet will be operating and how will it be operating, right? So planet 10, the ownership will be with that planet which is sitting there, right? So if your first house planet, if your first, the ascendant lord is sitting in 10th house, how would that act? 10th house is you yourself. So I had also explained one thing, that the planet, the Lagna planet, wherever it sits, it gives you control over there. So who has the control over your profession? You yourself will have control over your profession, right? So what are the significances of the first house? Kamlesh, what are the significances of the first house?
Your head, your ego, your looks.
No. Ego is not first house. Ego usually come when there is a planet and it is conjunct with a malefic planet, which we will study. The house significances of the first planet. Your
Okay, so
appearance, your
yeah,
physical
appearance.
body,
Yeah,
right?
physical body, head.
How you perceive things, your self efforts, right?
So
So
okay.
if a first lord is sitting in 10th house, there is a planet which has the lordship of first house. That means this is a very good placement. You will have control over your profession.
Mm.
And if the profession is connected to first house significances, then that profession will have a more better output. You'll be able to do more justice to your profession. So if it's appearance, it's your appearance. How about getting into beauty industry? You could become a beautician,
Mm-hmm.
right? You could be into fashion designing because clothes also gives an appearance. Then it comes to body. You could be a gym trainer, right? You could be,
Mm-hmm.
see, first house is your brain also. So you could be a psychologist, right? So if you go in line with the house's significances in your profession, you will have a tremendous growth because your planet is supporting, you will have control. And if you're doing the profession related to it, then it's again a plus point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if there is second house lord sitting in 10th house, then how would that operate? there is a planet which is sitting in in 10th house, which has the lordship of second house.
So you should be a chef because it's
Or
food.
wealth.
That's great that you are getting this understanding. So first of all, you have noted down that the lordship is second, right? So now
Yeah.
you need to recall significances of that house. What are the significances?
Food,
Yes,
speech.
yes. What else?
Uh,
It's your family, the whole family.
yes, your family.
Right. It's
Uh-huh.
also jewelry, it's gems,
Okay, gems. Yes.
right? So your professional house needs to be connected to second house. Or when we'll come to aspects, maybe the lord of second house is aspecting your professional house. That will also give connections. We'll discuss today the aspects also, right?
Mhm.
So it's got to do with family. So
Mhm.
family is running a business. The business can be run by you also. The person who has second lord in profession, he can do his family business, right? It has
Mhm.
got gems and jewelry, so he could do work related to gemstones, right? If a person has come to you and he wants to do food business, then you should see 10th house, right?
Yeah.
10th house is having second house or connection with second house through a aspect or through the planet. That person can do food business, right?
Okay. Right.
When we'll come to planet significance, then planets will also play a role. They also have a significance. Like moon is connected to food,
Mm.
right?
Okay.
So these,
Oh, boy.
when we'll come to planet section, then there will be lot more unfoldings that will happen. But presently, we are just sticking to the lordship to clear the
Okay.
concept. 50% concept is house significances. Speech would play a very big role. Speech, right?
Mhm.
It is your upbringing.
Mm.
If you have been treated in a very angrily manner by your family, that will become part of your profession also. You will also treat people like the way you have been treated, right? Second house is also house related to finance. So you could be into profession of finance, right? You could be into banking, right? So person who's having its second lord sitting in 10th would get into family business, would get into gems, would get into food, speech will play a major role. See, speech, the communication is seen through third house. It's the quality of words that you select, right? It is your speech. A person can become a singer also, right? So
Mhm.
let's move to the third house. Now Josh will answer the third house. If the lord of third house is sitting in profession, we just had a discussion in the beginning of the class how the third house will operate. So if the third house is sitting in professional house in the 10th house, how would that operate? Josh?
Your hobby could be your profession.
Yes, that's very true. A person will do lot of justice if he does profession which is connected to his hobbies because he will enjoy that thing, right? He could do online, right? He could run an online website, maybe blogging or maybe a travel influencer, right? So it's also the house of communication. So how good your communication will play a very big role in your profession, right? That person will one way or the other way will be connected to travel. If it's not connected to travel, he's not traveling, then his profession will be in problem. So if you see a person who's having third lord in 10th house and is not traveling, then the answer would be that he would say that I am not feeling good in working. This place is not good for me. I'm not enjoying myself. So what should be your advice? Go travel somewhere. The moment he travels, the house significance will be used and his professional problem will get mitigated. Right?
Mm.
So third house is your siblings also. Right? So your younger brother could be part of your professional front. Right? If you're running a business, he could be part of your business. If you're doing a job, maybe he might have some role related to your job. If you're doing an online business, he could be part of it. Your younger siblings can be part of your profession, right? Like in my area, I have my brother connected third lord is sitting in my profession. So I have formed a company and I have given him 5% stake because involving him will give growth to me. So this could also be one of the things that you can do, right? So the point that I'm going to tell you next is very important. So whenever there is a question related to profession, you need to see three houses: the 10th house, the 6th house, and the 7th house. 10th house is your profession, right? The planet sitting in 10th house will tell you what profession is good for you, right? 6th house connected to 10th house or 6th house, it's service, right? 7th house is business, right? So if a person says, should I do job or business? Then you should look at 6th and 7th house also. See, if the profession house has a lord of 3rd house, right? And a 6th house is damaged, then again, he will be connected to 6th house, but he will have challenges, day-to-day challenges in his job because the 6th house is not balanced, right? So he needs to utilize 6th house, right? If his 7th house is involved, so you should advise him to do business, right? So 6th house, 7th house, and 10th house, these three houses you need to check when you're answering any professional front answer, right? So let's move to the next. 4th house lord sitting in 10th house. So Tisa would answer this.
Well, the fourth lord is your mom, right? And your relationship with your mom, right? In the fourth
Yes,
house.
that's very true.
And
Good.
then the relationship with the 10th house. I mean, I don't know, because it seems very.
Remember the significance of 4th house. What are the significance of 4th house? It's your residence,
Oh,
your
that's true.
immediate family,
Yes. Yes.
it's your vehicle, right? It's your
Yeah.
house. So what
Yeah.
are the professions related to house?
Well, you can
Selling,
work from home.
buying or selling of house.
Real estate.
Right.
You could be actually probably someone that owns a lot of real estate, meaning like if you
You could
had
be an
property,
interior designer.
right? Or an interior decorator.
Being an astrologer, you could also be a Vastu consultant. 4th
Oh,
house
wait,
is
wait, wait.
Vastu.
What's a Vastu consultant? I want to learn about that. Can we do that?
If
Can
you
you like
we will do a later course on this also, Vastu
Okay, good.
course also. But
Yeah.
presently we have started with Vedic. Vedic is giving you the basic concepts, right? So 4th house is your house. So house people usually
Yes.
do Vastu also. So Vastu is also connected to 4th house. So a
Okay.
person who's having his 4th house lord sitting in 10th house, he could do Vastu consultancy also. Vastu could be part of his profession. He could be in real estate, right?
Mm-hmm.
He could be in sale purchase of cars because vehicles are also 4th house, right?
Okay.
Right. 4th house is connected to house. He could be an interior designer, right?
I see.
4th house is also restaurant. So if a person is asking, yeah, I want to run a restaurant, then you should check that is his fourth lord connected to his profession, right?
Mm,
Fourth
okay.
house is also hospitality. Hospitality is like they make big resorts which have conference hall, swimming hall. They have all the luxuries in it. So hospitality services, right? It is also your home. So a person who's having fourth lord in 10th house, fourth is your residence. So you could do work from your home also, work from
Mhm.
home,
Yeah.
right? Then fourth house is also connected to your motherland. So where you're born, right? So it will give you success if you are doing work from your motherland, right? This will get,
Mhm.
see, right now we are only discussing houses, right?
Mhm.
The kingdom and the king concept, right? Later stages, these things we can change because if there are enemies sitting in kingdom, they won't let you settle in your motherland.
Mm.
That will come in brief when malefic and benefic and the combination start. For now, I have explained you friendship and enmity. That should also be in your mind, right? So when you are doing any profession, then fourth house also happens to represent the work culture, right? How would your work culture be? Hello?
Yeah, you know,
What's
I oh, I'm sorry.
what's the
All right.
question?
How would your work culture be?
How your work culture be? The atmosphere where you are working. It's your work atmosphere also, right? So if there is a negative planet or a malefic planet or the planet which is not who's not having a friendship with the planet, then that will affect your work environment, right? So work environment is also a significance that third house holds, right? This is your heart also, your feelings also, right? So that will play a very major role in your profession.
I have a
If
quick
you are
question.
not feeling, if you're not, I'll just finish the fourth house, then I'll take up your question because I want this session to be more interactive since you have learned house significance and friendship and relationship and how to decode that, right? So it is your feelings also. If you're not feeling to do any work, then you will not be able to perform. So emotions will play a very important role, right? So it's always good to be connected with your mother to stabilize that thing, right? Yes, now you can ask the question, then we'll move to the fifth house.
I just want to give kind of an example, because I ran my profession, my companies, and I had multiple out of my home. And it's so cool you said something about my mother because I had my mother and father move close so I could care for my mother.
So you've got
Like,
stability in your work, it means.
yeah. And what was really interesting when you say that, I can relate to it because I have Capricorn in the fourth house,
All
which
right. So
is
your
the house
Saturn
of
in your 10th house.
business. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of have a little riff on that because it's starting to land. All right. Cool.
All right. So we'll move to the fifth house, right? Fifth house significances. So Kamlesh will tell about fifth house. What are the significances?
Intelligence,
Yes.
children, um,
Yes. Education. Very
education.
important.
Yeah. Yes.
Your creativity,
Right.
your artistic skills, the actors that people
Okay.
become, entertainment industry.
Oh, yes.
Fifth house is solutions. Fifth house
Yeah.
is advice.
Right.
Fifth house is your healer also. When a person is sick, then his fifth house dasha or fifth house needs to come in action because that is the solution, that is the healing power that fifth house has. It is also product development, right?
Mhm.
It is also technical support. A person who's a technical techie, he could have that profession in his, right? Speculations. A lot of people will come, can we do share trading? You need to see his fifth house. If his fifth house is connected to his 10th house, then sure, he can, right?
Mhm.
So education will have control over your profession,
Okay.
right? See, in the beginning, I've told you that wherever the Lord of first house, you will have control. Similarly, these are sub kingdoms. So they are also having king, right? So that king will also have control over the area where it's sitting. So education will have control over your profession. So
Yeah.
you need to get educated to get into that profession.
Mm.
Fifth house is skills also. You need to keep educating yourself if you want to grow in profession. You need to keep adding new skills to your profession,
Mm.
right? Reading is also part of fifth house, right? You can
Mm.
utilize by reading also. If you make a habit of reading, that will also enhance your profession,
Isn't it
right?
ancient text knowledge as well?
It is also house of mantra,
Mantras, that's what it is.
right?
Okay.
If a person has come, I want to do sadhana, mantra sadhana. So fifth house needs to be active at that time, right? So there was a person who had a business, right?
Huh.
And he was not teaching education. He was not into advisory. He was not into product development. He was not into technical. But his profession was connected to fifth house. He had a business of toys, toy factory, right?
Mm.
So when you are studying about any significance, what are the things connected to that significance that should also be kept in mind? Children, toys, they are connected,
Mm.
right? Play school, crutch, these are connected. So this is how you will decode things which are connected to that house, that particular significance. So one house can have lot of significances, but you
Yeah.
need the one I'm telling you are the basics one. This will give you a connection to further build up as per your intelligence, as per your experience, right? So so what would be the remedies if a first lord is sitting in 10th house? If a second lord is sitting in 10th house, how do you plan remedies for a career? Not by
Yeah.
planets, by utilizing the houses, right?
Mhm.
First house is your fitness, appearance, right? So if your first house lord is sitting in 10th house, you need to keep yourself fit. You need to feel yourself. You need to give attention to your dress up, right? If second lord is sitting in 10th, then you should involve your family or improve your speaking skills, speech, right?
Question. So if we don't have a planet in the 10th house, it goes back to our first
We
house.
will, no, 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 no.
No?
Any house which doesn't have a planet, we will be covering that in next class.
Okay.
There are aspects which are yet to be covered. In this class,
Okay.
we'll cover the aspects, and in next class, we'll cover up how the houses are decoded which do not have planets in it,
Okay.
right? So this
So,
is
Russ,
just that a planet which is sitting, and we are decoding that thing, right?
Okay.
Next
you'll
class
cover
will
that
be on
also?
how to decode houses which do not have a planet, right? So your third house sitting in 10th, how would you improve your career? Change of residence or traveling can improve your profession.
Okay.
Because third house is also change of your residence.